Philadelphia tonight at the Wells Fargo Center, the home away from home for the Villanova Wildcats. They'll play 3 games here this year. First of 3 here tonight. Syracuse coming up on Saturday. Doesn't get much easier for them here tonight, taking on the Louisville Cardinals, number 5 in the country. Mike Corey alongside Bob Wenzel, and obviously Louisville very heavily favored here tonight, but I said it before just moments ago, Villanova has beaten a top 5 team 3 of the last 4 years. What's it going to take this time around?
Well, they're going to have to be very, very good handling the basketball above what they normally do. And then the inside players are going to have to do dominant work on the offensive glass. Both Yaru and Oshefu are capable of doing that against Gorgui Dieng. And if those 2 big men do a job on the boards, both ends of the floor, Villanova could be in the game.
Head coach for Louisville, Rick Pitino. He loves it here, and why not? 400th game as coach here tonight, and off to their 2nd best start in his 12th season at 16-2. The starting 5 hard to top that backcourt combo of Smith and Siva. They've been outstanding this year. Smith averaging over 19 points a game. Dieng now number 2 all time in block shots at Louisville. Starting 5 for Villanova, Ryan Arcidiacono, the freshman. He's been asked to do a lot this year, taking it all in stride. James Bell, most experienced player on a team that doesn't have a lot of experience right now. And Oshefu, promising young freshman for the Wildcats as well. For head coach Jay Wright, now in his 12th season. Final 4 back in 2009 and 7 straight NCAAs up until last year. Underway tonight from Philly. Our officials, Tony Green, John Higgins, and Earl Walton.
Villanova's strength, physical, defense, the man-to-man variety.
Quickly down low to Blackshear, and he'll get it out. Here's Siva. Smith on the fadeaway with 3 to shoot, not that time.
Louisville, matchup zone defense, very much like Syracuse. 2 best defensive teams in the league use matchup zone principles.
Here's Bell. And he's going to be called for the offensive foul. Bumped right into Siva that time for his first. Bob, your keys to this one here tonight.
Well, pressure, pressure, pressure for Louisville. They've got to get after it all over the floor, and they will. The compensating factors for Villanova. They're going to turn the ball over 16, 7 times at least in this game. They've got to shoot well from the perimeter, and the big guys have to do damage.
Smith comes off a 25-point effort in that loss to Syracuse on Saturday.
23 in the game before that against UConn.
Takes it in. Good defense by Mukhtar Yaru for Villanova. Still no score. A minute and a half gone by. And that's what the Cardinals will do. They'll turn you over, and Siva will draw the foul.
Well, that time it was a steal on the interior, a poke away by Gorgui Dieng. Peyton Siva, quickness is thy name. And there's Gorgui Dieng, one of the most improved players I've seen over the course of his 3 years. Missed 7 games this year because of a wrist injury. Peyton, terrific scorer, shooting the ball much, much better this year than he ever has in his career. He is the preseason player of the year in the conference.
Javon Pinkston is checked in for Villanova.
He's their best player. Averages almost 14 points a game as a 6th man. And about a minute and 20 seconds, he's in already. Here's the full court pressure. Two-2-1 variety. They'll use any number of them.
Smith trying to take the charge, but instead of steal, Bohannon. And it got knocked away. And a foul again on Villanova. I'll check it. It's going to be on Blackshear or Bohannon.
2-3 zone right here. Villanova's not a great outside shooting team. Bell can knock shots in. Tony Chenault is in right now, number 5, Mike, and he's a transfer from Wake Forest.
Coach Jay Wright told us earlier that he really needs him to get going. Chenault take a little bit of pressure off Ryan Arcidiacono. Yaru messing on the jumper. Siva.
A slow start is a positive for the Wildcats. They can gain some confidence out of this situation.
Three-pointer up and good by Darren Hilliard. And the sophomore makes it 3-2 Villanova.
14 points in each of his last 2 games. He's got a good stroke, especially from the top of the key. Favorite spot for him. Man-to-man's been solid.
Smith. Siva for 3, and he counters for Louisville. Siva just 3 points and 2 boards in the last game, but had 6 assists. Second in career assists now as a Cardinal.
Well, he had a bad game against Syracuse, there's no doubt about that. He was 1 for 9, and he had the turnover that led to the victory for Syracuse.
Another three-pointer up and good, going down for James Bell. And you had said it, that's what Villanova wants to do, get Louisville in the half-court set. They're not creating pressure and scoring in transition. Out of bounds off of Villanova.
Jay Wright has his team prepared. Not that Rick Pitino doesn't, but they're coming off you talk about an emotional loss. Losing to Providence up there, and they really played poorly and lost by only 3 points. 25 turnovers in that game. They gave up 19 offensive boards against the Friars. They're coming out here with a little bit of purpose to their game.
Jang. And trying to fight through a double team, and we'll have a jump ball. It will be Villanova basketball.
So far, the Wildcats defense has been extremely impressive. They are up on shooters. The only clean shot was Peyton Siva's 3 in the game so far. Russ Smith has had a hard time getting a shot off, and the interior guys are battling on the boards. Right here, you called it, a double team on the big man. Everybody's after the basketball. 4 guys on the glass is what you need. Nice scramble.
Louisville just 1 for 5 from the field right now to start. Arcidiacono gets it to Yaru.
Credit the press, it was a rush shot.
Smith nails it. And Russ Smith, who is 22nd in the nation in scoring, with that jumper to put Louisville on top by 1. Hilliard blocked and fouled by Jack. Louisville the early advantage here from Philadelphia. Back after this. Philadelphia Cardinals with a 1-point advantage. Bob, time to go inside the play here and talk about what we've just seen.
Louisville, when they press, it's not always steals and turnovers. They get you to play out of control. And right here, Yaru's taking a shot he normally would not take. And as a result, they get it up the floor quickly, and Russ Smith puts it in. So playing out of control is what they want you to do. Russ Smith, one of the best guys in the country at turning defense to offense. You can see the look right here. Nearly 18 points a game and fast break points for Louisville. That is extremely good for a team that plays the way they play.
Hilliard is at the line. He has 2 shots. Foul was on Jang before the timeout, his first for Louisville.
Jay Wright has somebody, an assistant coach on the sideline, charting what's happening against the press. Last time Yaru made an error, This time, Hilliard got through and made a decent play.
Bell at the foul line.
They are hedging all screens.
And they'll call Pinkston with a foul.
You know, Jay Wright uses Pinkston as a sixth man. Sutherland of Syracuse used the same way. And of course, he's ineligible right now. But guys coming off the bench, very vital to teams in the Big East Conference.
Smith guarded by Chenault.
This is great defense. Pinkston is doing a fabulous job. He's hedging and then guarding Gordy Jang in the post.
Smith for three. And it's picked up by Pinkston. Pinkston right to the basket. Blocked by Jang. Crowd wanted a goaltend, no call. Pinkston is fouled. Solid job by Villanova to get it inside and stick with it.
Villanova looks like a different team than they did in their last game against Providence. They are fired up to play Louisville in this game. Pinkston goes all the way through traffic. That's a clean block, no doubt about that. And the pump fake by Hilliard gets it inside. Pinkston is power. Normally reliable at the free throw line.
Second foul on Shane Bohannon, so he is out for Louisville.
Archie Kubu in the game right now, coming in. You can see Pinkston's numbers, very, very impressive indeed.
And Montrez Harrell is in for Bohannon for Louisville. Hancock trying to get it down low to Harrell, and Villanova broke it up. Talked about turnovers for Villanova. How about Louisville so far here in this first half? A couple of ill-advised plays. Jang with a little volleyball play right there.
Good thing he didn't do that with his left wrist. He injured his left wrist 8 games ago on taking a charge. When you're 6'11", that's a long way to fall.
Soft cast on it right now. Comes off in a little while, says head coach Rick Pitino. 6 to shoot. And Archie Diacono is tied up and fouled by Peyton Siva. His first.
Siva, a senior. Archie Diacono, a freshman. They have high hopes for this young man. Second leading scorer on the team. Started his career off with a bang. Then fell short for about 5 or 6 games. And now is back. Uses his body to gain some ground in there. Peyton just slaps at it. Two contrasts in defense right here. We have Villanova playing hard-nosed man-to-man defense, hedging every screen. Louisville playing pressing back into a matchup zone. Both pretty effective so far.
Smith. It's an inside for Harrell. And shots not falling early for the Cardinals. Archie Diacono nails a 3.
Get out of here! Are you kidding me? Holy mackerel! He's got some range. Great start for Nova.
Timeout, Louisville with 13:22 to go. Nova has hit 3 for 3 from the outside.
Compensating factors. The three-point shot. Cure-all for a team that's better than you. Rick Pitino starting to talk to his guys about playing with a little more fire, because right now they are not showing it. Well, one of the things that Villanova is doing right now is the hedge. We missed the front part of that, and it turns into just solid trapping on the inside when the ball goes there. They are hedging every screen out front. And then, of course, at the offensive end, the three-point shot. This is a tough shot. Peyton Siva backing up, gave him a little room.
Ryan Arcidiacono, the freshman from Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Didn't play his senior year of high school, had back surgery, and is really just starting to get used to the college system here.
Well, he better get used to it fast, my friend, because we're halfway through. Right now, he's no longer a freshman.
Can't be. What a steal by Ochefu for Villanova. And a travel. A little excited that time.
He ought to be a little excited. He nailed one from almost out of bounds on the previous play. I just don't see fire in Louisville right now. I mean, the hedging of the screens right here. You can see Pinkston come all the way out. They're supposed to get it inside when that happens, and they're not being able to do it so far.
Yakubu called for the foul for Villanova.
See, Gorgie Jang is rolling to the basket after that high screen. And when there's a hedge or a switch, he's the guy who's rolling to the basket who should get the ball, and they haven't been able to get it to him. Last year, a good game against Villanova.
And the Wildcats are all over the court here tonight.
Yeah,
gotta be scrappy.
I think they really, after their loss to Providence, at Providence, I think they really came back with some purpose right here. They look very, very good.
Villanova has lost 3 in a row, 2 and 3 in the Big East. Louisville 4 and 1 in the Big East after the 2-point loss to Syracuse over the weekend. Another foul here.
Well, the 3 losses for Jay Wright's team. They lost at Syracuse, they lost to Pittsburgh, and they lost at Providence College. There are a lot of times where teams in this league, in the Big East Conference, go 3 or 4 losses in a row and end up in the NCAA tournament. So losing 3 in a row is not a big deal in this conference. We've had so many close games this year, it's unbelievable. Marquette's had 3 overtime games already.
Smith pulls up, tough shot from the baseline.
Love the D so far. Nobody else looking to score for Louisville. Hannon and Blackshear need to get involved.
Pinkston. Oh, he got hit. They didn't call it. Harrell. Take it away, Jang.
Pace no good right now for Villanova. They don't want those kind of plays. Hancock 11 is a shooter.
They started to turn it on as of late. And had a great start to the season, but shooting well now. Smith got it taken away inside. And who's on the deck but Arcidiacono?
Villanova's got to be careful right here. They've had 3 turnovers in a row. Pace of the game favors Louisville when that's happening. This is smart. Run the clock a little bit, try to get a quality shot. Louisville 5 straight misses at their end. See, that's great. That's what they needed to do on that particular play. Ochefu gets a nice little turnaround with nobody on him. No double team. Solid play by Villanova.
And the 6'11" freshman from Baltimore has put the Wildcats on top by 7. Louisville is scoreless over the last 4 minutes. Hancock got his pocket picked by Ochefu. And Arcidiacono almost brought the roof down after that. Couldn't quite convert. Smith. Harrell, the offensive board, and sticking with it, and the Cardinals needed that.
Freshman, but he's a man. Gets after it on the offensive glass.
Smith got the steal, got it knocked off of Hilliard out of bounds.
But Villanova needed a quality shot. They had 3 turnovers in a row, Mike Corey, and they got a good one. Inside to Ochefu. No double team. The jump hook. You love it. so good for Villanova. Why is that? They are playing solid defense. Louisville is 3 of 12 from the field so far. Solid on the ball. Watch the play away from the ball. Staying with your man. Block out on the weak side. Everybody go to the boards. That is terrific man-to-man defense by Villanova. And in the last 10 games, you can take a look. The left side is the first 8. You can see that they've improved over the quality of their defense over the last 10 games. And of course, the interesting thing about that, the last 10 games, some of those are against Big East teams and quality competition. So the compensating factors for Villanova in this game so far to keep them in with the number 5 team in the nation, solid D at this end.
Hancock. Jang. And Louisville has really struggled to hit their previous field goal, but they are now 1 for their last 7.
And they're not missing on purpose. Give credit A+ to Villanova in the half-court D.
Inside, and it is Yaru putting it in. Mukhtar Yaru, the senior. Very impressed with the Villanova defense early on here. Siva got the screen from Jang, didn't give it back to him. Instead, pulls up and hits.
Well, before they were trying to get it into the screener after the hedge. This time Payton says, hey, look, I'm not going to try to get it in there. I'm just going to take the big guy one-on-one. Smart adjustment by Payton. They're going to come with a trap here.
Hilliard gets it over. Along that time by Yaru.
Ware is in the game for Russ Smith.
Another deflection. Hilliard gets a steal, gets it back, and lays it in.
Which is the pressing team here? Which is the team that creates the turnovers? Looks like the guys in the white jerseys so far.
And Siva throws it away, looking for Jang. Yeah, it seems like one of two things happen after a tough loss. And your first loss in conference play, Louisville falling 70-68 to Syracuse on Saturday. Not coming out with the fire and intensity so far yet. It's Villanova inspired tonight. Ochefu. Kept alive. Harrell puts it in and draws the foul.
Oh my goodness. What action. What a great pass by Payton Siva. Villanova was great against the press on the last possession. Ochefu turned into a dunk. Siva comes right back and tries to take control of the game. Harrell only a freshman. Take a look at the middle number. 63% from the field. That means he's getting close in shots, right? He's a power forward. Can play center as well. A lot of subs right now in. Ware's in. Harrell's in. Van Treese's in. Rick Pitino going with a lot of subs. Wants to increase the energy level here.
Chenault. Good rotation by the Wildcats. Chenault for 3. Nails it.
Haven't missed from 3 yet.
Smith. Nice play inside. Another basket and a foul, this time for Steven Van Treese, and he'll head to the free throw line. Well, and Louisville has needed something. They've gotten it. They're still down by 8. We'll be back. The Wells Fargo Center crowd here in Philadelphia tonight on top by 8. Back to inside the play we go.
Well, I'll tell you, ball movement gets open shots. Let's look at Villanova right here. Louisville is trying to scramble. They're trapping, they're going after people. They gamble, the ball moves side to side, then it gets back to the top of the key. And as a result, they get a clean, open three. 4 for 4 from downtown. They're shooting 57% from the field in the first half so far. 6 assists on 8 field goals. So not only are we bragging on Villanova's great man-to-man defense, their offense has been very, very efficient against a good defensive team. Nice stuff right there by Villanova. They are 4 for 10 on 2-point shots, and they're 4 for 4 on 3-point shots. Jay Wright couldn't be happier.
Conversely, for Louisville, they are 1 for 5 from 3-point range. And here's Stephen Van Treese at the free throw line, fouled. Made the basket before the timeout. Chefu called for the foul for Villanova, his first.
Full court pressure now by Louisville, Mike. Villanova has handled it well for the most part. Now let's see if Louisville does not scramble and stays home with their people a little bit better. When you scramble, you leave somebody open. Villanova's taken advantage so far in this game.
Chanel, a little short.
Notice how that time everybody stayed home with their own man.
Blackshear for 3, got that one. And it's right down to a 4-point advantage now for Villanova.
Well, Louisville's not the 5th-ranked team in the nation
Right.
for nothing, right? They do a lot of stuff right. They know how to adjust.
Bell, good pass, and it's going to be an offensive foul. I know Chefu, that's his second.
Louisville pushes it. Siva's got eyes everywhere. Finds his man. Nothing but bottom of the net for Blackshear. Blackshear is kind of the guy that you don't hear about a lot on this team, but he's a solid 3-point shooting guy.
Sophomore from Chicago. Second three-pointer of the night made by the Cardinals. And he goes right down the lane and throws it down.
With Russ Smith out of the game on the bench, Blackshear has stepped up. 5 points in the last 2 possessions. They could really use a lift from him.
And now it's Nova by just 2. Let's take a look at our Big East leaders, brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you.
Well, the Steels, Louisville leads the league. There's no doubt about that. Interestingly, Syracuse, which is a 2-3 zone team, is second. DePaul, which is a full-court pressing team, is third. So interesting. A lot has to do with personnel. Louisville has 2 little guards, Peyton Siva and Russ Smith, and they are quick on quick. Syracuse, on the other hand, has big guards, Michael Carter-Williams and Brandon Trish. Carter-Williams is 6'6", Trish is 6'4". So they do it in a little bit different way. This is Peyton Siva right here, player of the year before the season began. Not sure it's going to finish that way. We've got a lot of season to go here.
Cardinals run an 8-0 run. And that's been within the last minute. Arcidiacono. Good offensive board. Pinkston, but could not finish. Blackshear, another 3-pointer, and this one a little long. Story tonight, Bob, the turnovers, the steals. Louisville's got 5 steals tonight. Villanova 3 turnovers now in the last 5 possessions.
Since the timeout, Louisville has gotten a lot more quality shots. Drive by Blackshear, dunk, open 3.
Kevin Ware now is in for the Cardinals. Going to tweak his right knee and shoot around this morning, but looks like it's going to be all right. Siva hit the deck hard. Let's hope he's okay.
He came a long way down. Patino's off the bench coming out.
Yeah, he's all the way past midcourt. Peyton Siva. try to shake it off. Bell trying to take the charge. Ooh.
Russ Smith has been on the bench a long time, and he's only in now with Payton getting injured there. He's had no foul, so obviously Pitino's not up on his game right now.
Now Ash Jakubu picks up his third foul as they attend to Payton Siva on the bench. Give him the nod there.
Looks like he's all right, huh? Yeah.
Right on his back when he came down.
He's explaining to Gorgie Jang exactly how it happened. He was really way up in the air. Well, it doesn't look like he's injured in the sense that he's badly injured. He's going to be hurting tomorrow for sure. That's going to be sore. Russ Smith now in the game. The guy at the free throw line, he's fondly called Rusticulous because of all of the wacky things he does out on the floor. Most entertaining guy in the league. Those are his numbers in the last couple of games. In this game, he's only 1 for 6, but he is supremely confident. Russ Smith, he's 1 for 6. He thinks he's 6 for 6 in this game.
And that's the confidence that he shows, and we are tied at 23. That's why you can't let up all that energy, all that solid play by Villanova so far, and now they find themselves in a tie ball game. Yep. Ochefu.
This is their best guy, and they're double teaming him.
And they have 3 to shoot. Archie Diacono. Jump ball. Cardinals possession. Pitino and company saying shot clock violation.
Well, Louisville's going to have the basketball here, but Rick Pitino doesn't like this. He thinks this should be a shot clock violation. Look at the clock in the upper right-hand corner, the red numbers. Down to 5. No. 6 1/2 dozen the other. They still get the basketball, but Rick wasn't happy about it.
What they said was he had possession before it expired, and then he got tied up.
Russ Smith's going to go as soon as he touches the ball. He wants to go.
There he is. Good feed inside, taking contact and putting it in is Harrell. And the 6th lead change of the night, and the Cardinals are back on top.
That was a good example of having good players is better than having good plays. Russ Smith just took it. I could see in his face he was going to go.
Almost steps there that time by Pinkston. Here comes Smith. Blackshear for 3. And the crowd's starting to get a little restless here now as the whistles have been put away in the last couple of possessions.
Welcome to the Big East.
Yeah.
Matchup. Pinkston can go here.
Pinkston didn't get the roll. Rebound Blackshear. 12-0 run for Louisville. Blackshear. Quick shot.
Smith is angry at Blackshear right now. He says, I could have taken that shot.
Basket and a foul the other way for the Wildcats. We're tied again. Pinkston.
When in doubt, if you're Louisville, get it to Russ Smith. The drive, the dish, the finish. Louisville basketball.
Villanova with the latest basket to stop a 12-0 run by Louisville to tie it up at 25 here late in this first half. Let's take a look at our Big East news and notes now, brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. And 4 teams ranked in the top 25 and 2 in the top 5 here out of the Big East with Syracuse and Louisville. And how about the Orange winning 8 straight games? We'll take on Villanova on Saturday, and the Red Storm bouncing back.
And I'll tell you, if you like drama, we've got drama in the Big East. Syracuse, the #1 team in the league. They've won their last 2 games by 2 points each. Cincinnati has lost 2 games by 2 points each. I mean, it's an amazing thing that's going on right here. We've got Marquette with 3 overtime games. I mean, things are happening so tightly in this league, it's hard to differentiate. And yet Louisville and Pittsburgh and Syracuse are way ahead of the pack, but not by, by the hair of their chinny chin.
Nice jumper by Harold.
Pinkston, number 22, close to the basket.
Gives it up. Good shot there by Yaru, and it's a 3-point Wildcats advantage. Blackshear for the tie, yes.
Well, he loves that side of the floor, doesn't he? He's taking 4 shots from over there, 2 for 4.
Blackshear at 34% from beyond 3-point range coming in now, 27 3-pointers on the season. Yaru pass it out of the post. Chenault foul by Smith. It's going to be Russ Smith's first foul of the night. Villanova solid on the defensive end of this game here, Bob.
No doubt about that. Early in the game, they took Russ Smith out. Yaru involved, Shefu involved, steals everywhere, fast hands. I thought we were looking at Louisville's defense early in this game, but it was Villanova who was quicker early in the game. Louisville has responded nicely, as you would expect.
Yeah, the Cardinals are the team that's first in the Big East with 11.4 steals a game, and that's 3rd in the nation as well. Diacono.
Not much involved.
Yaru. Way off that time. Here comes Smith. They'll call a carrying violation on Smith. As Diacono, Archie Diacono trying to hold his ground, which he did. Two minutes now to go in the first half.
Chenault with the ball. Transfer from Wake Forest. Backup point. Playing well in this game. He's being solid.
Pinkston. Good up fake, but then rejected by Jan. Siva, who's back in after taking a hard fall. Smith for 3. Hasn't been able to find the range. 0 for 3 from 3-point range so far tonight.
Villanova's finding something with Chenault in this game. Archie Diacono able to play the 2, which is his natural position.
Chenault pushed off to his side, and they were right on top of it. Coming up at the half on the Geico halftime report. We'll take a look at the Big East Wire and some of the top big men in the conference this year. Villanova honors 75th anniversary of the NCAA tournament. And first half highlights and stats. All that more coming up on the Geico halftime report.
Villanova 10 turnovers in the game. That's what Jay Wright is afraid of. They average 16.
On the deck. Tie up. And Villanova ball. Between Bell and Harrell.
There's a lot of 1-2 going on out here right now. Hands everywhere, guys diving on the floor. Bell gets this one for his team. You gotta love it. Guys want to win.
Villanova has lost their last 12 straight versus top 25 teams. Right in it so far in this first half here tonight. Pinkston.
Gorgie Jang's too big for him. Pinkston's got to back up and play that 15 feet.
And stepping out on the sideline is Ware. So now with 39.6 seconds to go, 4.6 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock here for the Wildcats.
When you play against a Rick Pitino team, it seems like the game is really long because there's all kind of havoc wreaked out there. Big turnovers right here. You can see it season and tonight. Louisville way above their average.
Almost right at their average for the entire game, and still here in the first half. Hilliard, 10 to shoot. Pinkston got it that time.
That's the one. He's got to move away from the basket. Too close in. Gorgie's going to block it.
Siva for three. And that'll end the half.
Javon Pinkston, best player on this team, comes off the bench. He's powerful. He gets it blocked twice, but stick-to-itiveness scores over 2 Louisville Cardinals, and they got the lead.
Villanova is led by as many as 10. They lead it by 2 at the half, 30-28. The second half between Villanova and Louisville. The Wildcats on top by 2. Bob Wenzel, what do you have here for us on how they've been able to get out to this fast start?
The high pick and roll is a very important play for Louisville. Villanova hedges it. The man guarding 5 steps out. This play is designed for him to roll, the pass to come here, and for him to get it. But Villanova hedges and helps with these players. And as a result, Gorgui Dieng doesn't get the basketball at all. Watch the hedge. Pinkston hedges. The pass comes. Pinkston gets back to his man, and that's supposed to be a layup for Gorgui Dieng. They take it completely away. They took it away the entire first half. Louisville got no baskets from this high play, and the hedge has been very, very useful for them. A missed shot is the result.
You ever get the itch to go back out there and do that?
Well, the grease board is what coaches use to describe things, and really you're not creating anything, you're just reminding your players about it. But obviously Jay Wright said, okay, we're going to hedge all the high pick and rolls, and so far they've been ineffective for Louisville.
Stephen Van Treese is in for Gorgui Dieng to start this second half.
There's the hedge again to start this half.
Siva works it in and puts it in over Ryan Arcidiacono.
Siva's the kind of guy who's going to take responsibility now, Mike. I mean, you know, he's a senior. He's player of the year candidate. You know, his team is down a little bit at halftime here. You can bet that he's going to take control.
Knocked out, stays with the Wildcats, and Siva hit the deck hard early in that first half. Went up for a shot and landed right on his back. Came out for a little while and has returned.
Doesn't seem to affect his play at all. Three-point shooting right there. Hilliard's shot is from the top of the key.
Bell over the top, down low for Yaru for the easy basket.
Well, Gorgui Dieng's not in the game. Van Treese is. Van Treese is not the shot blocker that Gorgui is.
The spinning runner by Siva doesn't go. Rebound, here's Hilliard. Pinkston now. Got it taken away by Russ Smith. Make it Siva. Smith has it now. Pinkston nails it on the up fake, and Van Treese gave him some space.
Pinkston can make that shot. Strong lane player. People are attacking the basketball in this game. Both teams.
Wildcats have been scrappy. Smith. And a blocking foul on James Bell.
Well, when Yaru scored on the last possession, Mike, there was a switch. Look on the right side here. You got Peyton Siva trying to guard Yaru. That is a total mismatch. And Van Treese comes into the picture a little late. So when they switched, Yaru went right to the hole. Got a 5'11" guy guarding a 6'8" guy. That's not going to work. I think it's fair to say that Russ Smith is off in this game. His free throw doesn't even look good. He looks like he's rushing a little.
Bell goes out, and Yakubu is back in for Villanova. Hilliard now thought about the three. Yakubu. Jang trying to tip it, and it goes right to Pinkston. An easy basket for him.
Give Yaru the credit. He kept it alive. Normally Yaru is glued to the floor, but they're loving it. Yaru and Pinkston. Good stuff.
Basketball presented by PNC Bank as Villanova leads by 5, and back inside the play we go with Mr. Bob Wenzel.
Watch number 13, Muftau Yaru, on the right side of your screen. The ball's going side to side, but keep your eye on Muftau Yaru here. Keep watching him. Don't watch the ball. Watch him go to the weak side on this shot. He tips it to keep it alive, and Pinkston gets them easy too. But Yaru is the cause of that play. They moved it side to side. Give credit to the big man when it's deserved.
That timeout taken by Louisville, and head coach Rick Pitino was staring at Russ Smith coming over to the sideline. Talk about the rotation over there, and it's the heady play to tip that ball. Here's Blackshear, hit a couple threes in the first half, and he hits his first of the second half here.
That seems to be his spot, huh? All of his shots coming from the left side of the floor. Full court pressure, here's the steal.
And it causes a turnover. And Blackshear, who's come up with some timely plays here in this ball game, gets it back for the Cardinals. Siva. Pass deflected. And Hilliard comes down with it.
Yakubu, number 24, loves the three. Well, Blackshear has been a guy who shoots from the left corner. They know it. He fades on the penetration. And that's an NBA three as well as a college three that time.
Blackshear called for the foul. Here's Archie Diacono for three.
Villanova on fire from downtown. 5 of 8.
Smith. Good pass down low, and it's going to be Bohannon to the free throw line for 2. Hilliard with his second for Villanova.
Surprisingly, not too many guys in foul trouble in this game, even though it's been very, very aggressive. I like the way it's being called. Typical Big East game. The officials do a good job of letting plays go when it doesn't affect the shot. You know what I mean? Just because it's aggressive play, that's how players like it. You know, guys don't foul out unless they're doing some really silly things.
One of 2 for Bohannon. 1 of 2 for 1 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 Here's the pressure now on Arcidiacono.
Noticed how Ryan backed up on that play, backed up out of the double team.
Right there, like at the top, he's talking about not making that call there on Chenault. Here's Bell. Rebound by Hannah. Smith threw it right into the hands of Chenault. And will now be called for his second personal foul. Villanova hanging on here on top by 4 in this second half from Philly. At the Wells Fargo Center tonight, the Wildcats leading it by 4. Big reason why they're getting some timely three-point shots to go down in this ball game, Bob.
You got that right, Mike. 5 of 8 from downtown. Hilliard, Bell, Arcidiacono, Chenault, Arcidiacono again. Those are the 5 threes in this game. That's been very, very solid. Louisville has 4, but they've shot 12. So very, very good percentage on the Wildcats' part. 63% from downtown, boy, that's what you want. And they're all quality shots. You know, there's nobody's forcing up threes. Ryan's taking threes that are within his range, which is inside the building. Chenault's playing his best game of the year as a Wildcat. Transfer from Wake Forest, number 5. Best game of the year for him.
It's got it back to Villanova basketball, the way you've known this team to be an outside shooting team.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, the big guys are really doing it. They make an error there, but Pinkston and Yaru have been a nice combination.
Siva, Jang, and he connects.
He's been absent from this game other than a couple of blocks in the first half. This guy can really score also.
Dangerous pass, and Bell has it. If you're Louisville, you're thinking, well, I haven't really played all that great here tonight. It's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, and they can wear you out. There's no doubt about that. Fatigue will be an issue when we get down to about the 7-minute mark in this game.
That last basket for Jang. First points for him tonight. Chenault falling down, and pass got deflected and intercepted.
2 turnovers in a row for Villanova. They come in bunches against Louisville.
Siva attacks. Stays with the Cardinals. Yaru to the bench. Russ Smith, does he start to get something going here? Foul call.
You can see the instincts of Louisville in this game. When things aren't going well for Rick Pitino's team, take it to the glass with the dribble. That's what Russ Smith and Peyton Siva are both doing here. Drives into traffic, and he gets the call on this one, but that could have gone either way. I haven't seen much pull-up jump shots by Louisville in this game. And their free throw shooting has been subpar as well. 1 of 8 from the field for a guy who averages nearly 20 a game.
James Bell with a foul for Villanova. Just over 14 minutes to go. 1-point ball game, and another steal for the Cardinals. Now a chance to take the lead. Blackshear, walk out. He hasn't missed tonight from 3-point range.
Number 5 team in the nation has no quit. The steals eventually come. And Blackshear from that part of the floor has been extremely solid. Typical Louisville basketball. A lob play deflected. Comes up with the steal. They find a shooter, and Blackshear delivers. Here it is. See, this really shows what happens against them. They are so difficult to play against when they get it going. Nice follow through by Blackshear. So even though you prepare for a team like this, when it gets into a game situation, things just happen. and having results.
Well, Bob, it felt like he hasn't missed tonight from three-point range. He's 4 for 6, but he hit 2 in the first half and 2 here in the second half, and they have been huge. 7-0 run by Louisville and a foul in the backcourt. Not what they needed.
Well, they had 2 turnovers in the front court and then a turnover in the backcourt on their last 3 possessions. So the incessant pressure by Rick Pitino's team, that's his philosophy. They stay with it, they stay with it, they stay with it, even when you're going on a run, and eventually they get it. 11 steals in the game.
This is not easy.
This is different now. See, this is man-to-man and double teaming out of man-to-man in the backcourt.
Now Chefu passes out of a double team. Hilliard gets the bell, and it's partially blocked. Archie Diacono couldn't tie it up. Well, better that time. Villanova had 3 straight turnovers and 4 in their last 6 possessions. At least they got quality plays down there, and now blocking foul. Chefu with his 3rd foul for Villanova. Travel on Bahana. Archie Diacono for another 3-point try off the mark. Rebound by Jang. Great play by Bohannon to throw it off of Villanova out of bounds.
At this juncture of the game, we're seeing guys that are a little fatigued, and we're seeing 3-point shots off the mark, front rim, right rim, because of that. At this juncture of the game, you got to take a little bit longer to shoot your 3. You got to bend your knees a little bit deeper than you normally would because there's fatigue in your legs.
Siva shot off the side of the backboard, but Jang has it. Oh, pretty turnaround for Gorgui Jang. And the junior from Senegal has put Louisville on top by 4. Villanova's only gone 8 deep tonight, Bob. And you were wondering, I mean, it's a 40-minute ball game that looked great in the first half, but you got to play your absolute best against number 5 in the country, no doubt about it.
Well, I told you at 6 or 7 minutes to go, fatigue is going to be a factor in this game. Louisville using more players used to this type of pace. Gorgui goes one way, back the other. That is a tough shot. He drifted so close to the baseline that he couldn't use the backboard at all. He is really, really improved. It's been great to see him over the course of his career at Louisville.
Did a little bit of everything in the last game. 4 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 blocks. Archie Diacono steps in for the 2 and drains it. Back down to a 2-point ball game.
Interesting. Archie Diacono back guarding a big man. He had Blackshear.
Smith's shot pounded out by Ochefu. Smith has 3 fouls tonight for Louisville and hasn't really been able to get going, as you said, Bob. Seems like he's a little frustrated out there tonight.
He's a little off, there's no doubt about that. He doesn't frequently have games where he's 1 for something. But he also forgets.
1 for 8 from the field. Jang helping the cause.
It's the first time they got their favorite play, coming off the high screen with the roll for Jang.
Oh, taken away in midair that time by Bohannon. 3-on-1. Bohannon blocked, and a foul on Pinkston. A little unpopular here in Philadelphia.
The steal, the unselfishness,
the hustle. Oh, that looked good.
Presented by PNC Bank. Looking at that guy, Wayne Blackshear, right now with a game-high 14 points for the Cardinals, Bob.
Well, since Russ Smith's not doing it, Wayne Blackshear is. He averages 9 points a game. He's shooting well from the perimeter, both threes and mid-distance shots. His teammates know that he is hot, so they are finding him. Taking a lot more shots than he normally does in a game. As you mentioned, Mike, he's got 14. Taking up the slack of Russ Smith's subpar game. 4 of 7 from downtown, and he clearly likes the left side of the floor. Now, when you know that, there's actually nothing you can do about that. You can't say, hey, Wayne, come over here and play on the right side.
Right. His career high is 18 points. He did that twice this season. At the foul line is Shane Bohannon. Averaging over 11 points a game and 7.7 rebounds as Louisville extends the lead to 5. Good play by Ware on the tip, but Yakubu gets it back.
A lot of contact on the dribbler there, both ways.
Pinkston blocking a foul on Jang.
Pinkston had more success against Gorgie in the first half when he pulled up and shot a 14-footer. Here he takes it right at him. He does get the foul here, but that's not a play that you want to make. That little 13-foot shot there is a better play for Jay Vaughn.
Talked about Pinkston earlier, coming off the bench, leading Villanova in scoring.
Yeah.
13.3 a game.
And he's comfortable. You know, there's no issue ego-wise with that at all between he and Jay Wright. It's working out beautifully for him. He's in when it counts for sure, and he plays a lot of minutes.
1 of 2 for the sophomore. Siva slashing through, and Bohannon finishes.
Well, he's the power forward, and you can see why he's got that name. Big, strong guy.
And Bohannon tips it out.
Peyton Siva, quickness is thy name. Dribble penetration. He's got the ball for about 15 dribbles here. Finally finds somebody. The easy part is there. Peyton Siva, very confident player.
It's good when you got 2 of those type of guys, huh? Russ Smith, Peyton Siva.
Yeah,
One's
right.
not having a great game, and you're like, oh, good, we've contained him. Well, look out, there's another. Hilliard dumps at the bell. And a loose ball foul on the rebound on Pinkston. That's 4 on him now. Go back to what you had said earlier about fatigue.
Indeed, and this is big with him out of the game right here because he's their best player, and he's in the lane. He challenges inside. Now here's the other side of the thing with Russ Smith. You mentioned this, okay? Russ Smith is on the bench right now. Rick Pitino has a dilemma. This guy does crazy stuff out on the floor, and he's not having a good game. What do? Do you bring him in because he's your best guy, best scorer, or do you say he's not having a good game? Let's just see how far we can go without him in the game, and then use him later.
It's a dilemma I'm sure a lot of teams would love to have.
Kevin Ware, who just fouled there. So there's Russ. He's on the bench. He is fondly called Rusticulous because he does crazy and wacky things on the floor, but most of the time they turn out very positively. So he's only got 6 points in this game. The fouls are not an issue with only 3. I think it's a decision that Rick has to make right here, and he's in a very interesting position. If I'm Pitino, I'm going to leave him on the bench as long as I have the lead. But you definitely want him in at the end of the game.
Bohannon goes to the bench. Montrezl Harrell is back in for Louisville. The foul was on Kevin Ware, his first. Each team now with 6 team fouls in this second half. Bell being hounded. Chenault, good little step back that time over Jang with a jumper. Past the halfway point of the second half.
Hedging. You hedge the pick and roll, takes a lot away from Louisville.
Jang trying to put it on the deck and drive to the basket, and he is going to be, no, they'll call a timeout. Before the jump, they will retain possession.
The high pick and roll can be an effective tool. The hedge is what you use to counteract it. They get hung up, and they got the wrong guy dribbling from too far out. That is not a 6'11 guy's game. And as a result, the scramble for the loose ball. Excellent defense by the Wildcats.
I was going to say, I'm like, is he going to get by that guy and go right to the basket?
Well, when he catches the ball like at 15 feet, he can spin like that, and it's one dribble and he's to the basket. But when he's at 20 feet, now it's a little bit different story.
What a great game here tonight in our upcoming Big East schedule, and hopefully all of them will be just like this, because you never know what could happen to this conference. St. John's and Rutgers. Notre Dame, oh, they really struggled last night. Georgetown, how about that? A team that, you know, was in the rankings, out of the rankings, you know, blowout win on the road.
Yeah, and Notre Dame, of course, they had a great stellar home court winning a streak, and now they've lost 2 in a row at home. 47 points last night. That was not good.
Siva is fouled by Chenault, and that's his second. And now it's a 1-and-1. Louisville 5th best in the Big East at free throw percentage at 71, and Villanova at 4th and 71.7 coming in.
And Siva the best on their team at 88. Two-point loss to Syracuse the last time out for Rick Pitino. In their last 4 possessions in that game, he laments them. Missed shot, turnover, block shot, turnover. That's not how you end games if you're the 5th ranked or 1st ranked team in the country.
It's 11 points and 9 assists now for Peyton Siva, the senior for Louisville.
Louisville's getting to the line more, huh?
Bell spins, rejected by Jang. Jang. And an over the back foul is going to be called on Harrell of Louisville. That's going to be his first.
Bell too short. Jang too good. Come in on a 6'11 player, you got to know when you can take it right at him. Floating it up easy like that, it's going to get blocked every time. Now here's a decision also for Jay Wright. When does he bring back Pinkston? All right, maybe 6 minutes to go, something like that in the game. Pinkston's his best offensive player and has had the most success against Jang in the lane. He's got 4 fouls. So it'll be an interesting decision for Jay when to bring him back.
You mentioned the free throws, Bob, a moment ago. Villanova averaging 27.2 attempts per game. That's number 2 in the country to Indiana.
Not tonight.
No, tonight, 6 of 10 and a lane violation here, and their 11th one coming up once again.
Louisville makes the game wide open. And when that happens, you're not going to get to the free throw line as much. You can't bang it inside like you normally would.
Four-point ball game. Ware brings it back out. Jang on the feed from Siva, who now has 10 assists tonight.
So you talk about the two best names on this team in this game, Siva and Jang. Siva's trying to keep the ball in the middle of the floor and deal to Gorgie.
Leading in was Yaru and couldn't quite finish it.
Credit Jang there too. Intimidation.
Siva now for three. Good play by Harold to go inside, and he just got ripped to the deck. And we'll head to the free throw line when we return. Villanova leading for much of the game, now trailing by 6, and we come back to Philly.
15-foot jumper. Turn around. Nice. 6'11", blocking shots.
And right here, late in the game, Siva and Jang getting together. One of the best big guys in the conference. Those two will be vital down the stretch right here.
Villanova trails it by 6 now. They had 10 turnovers in the first half. We were looking at the stats together, Bob, and you said, that's okay, because it was 10 by Louisville.
Right.
But right now it's up to 17, and a couple of them have been costly. And now when you have to come back against the number 5 ranked team in the country, that's a tall order.
And here's the reason why. Gorgie invisible in the first half, 0 for 2. Second half, 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting. He's got several blocks. He's got several steals. He's very much involved in the outcome of this game. And when he was out for 7 games, they really missed his production.
Villanova in the second half, they started 4 of 5 from the field, and since then they're 2 for their last 9. Wow. Air ball by Harold on a 1-and-1. Villanova trying to break some streaks tonight. Lost their last 12 straight versus the top 25. Three-pointer could help, and that's an air ball by Hilliard.
Hancock in the left corner is not taking a shot in the game.
He wants it.
Villanova knows him. He's a transfer from George Mason. He had 18 in the 2011 tournament when George Mason beat Villanova.
Siva works it in, but he'll be called for traveling.
No expression, no argument, just gets back into the D. Sometimes this is going to happen when you have the ball as much as he has. He just shuffles a little bit because people were coming to him. Pinkston back in the game. Mark it down at the 7-12 mark. That's when Jay Wright brought in Pinkston.
Here's Hilliard working through the traffic. To the basket, count it, and a chance for a three-point play.
This is a 9 on the degree of difficulty scale. He gets whacked twice, still gets it up there. Nice acrobatic move by Hilliard. Pinkston back out again. Offense, defense substituting.
Hilliard converts. Chefu called for the foul as the Wells Fargo Center crowd is just getting back into it. First of 3 home games for the Wildcats here in this building off of campus.
Pinkston back in. Offense, defense substitutions on the part of Jay Wright. He wants Javon in when they have the ball at their end. You mentioned that Villanova plays several games here downtown. There are several teams in the Big East that have that situation. UConn, of course, plays on campus, as well as the XL Center in Hartford, St. John's, at home at the Cornseca Arena, and at Madison Square Garden.
Well, Louisville at the free throw line here, struggling in the last couple of trips. In a tight ball game. Ochefu was called for his 4th personal foul for Villanova. He's out. Pinkston with 4. All deflected out.
They want Pinkston at the high post. That's where he's been most effective in this game. He can shoot it from there, and if you play him tightly, he can put it on the deck and go to the basket.
It's into Yaru, and he drains it. 1-point game.
Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Move.
Siva. Good defense by Tony Chanel. Smith continues to struggle tonight, but they call a foul inside.
I can't believe this out-of-bounds play. Opposite corner, your big guy taking an 18-foot jumper, nothing but net. Take a look at his teammates. Muftau Yaru.
He was just called for the foul, but Louisville has not been able to hit at the free throw line. It's an automatic 2 as they're in the double bonus. Ochefu's back in.
Good smiles by Jay right there. Sutton greeting him also. 6'10", 250 senior.
Unbelievable. 6 of 14 in the second half. A chance to take the lead. Archie Diacono. Tipped up and in.
Pinkston. Watch inside.
Jang got hit. No call. Ball out. Nova possession.
Give Jay Wright credit. He got Pinkston back in on offense. How come? That's how come. He can go after it on the glass.
Got to maintain composure here if you're Villanova. Chanel against Siva. Hilliard. Rebound to Hannah. Smith got it knocked away. Archie Diacono got it down to Pinkston. On the double team, and it's taken away.
Aggression. Both teams. They're tired right now.
And Coach Pitino recognizes it, calls a timeout. That'll leave them with 1. Villanova leading at halftime tonight by 2. And there's their record in the last 13 games when leading at the break.
Well, I'll tell you what it comes down to, we still got plenty of time left in this game. Keep in mind now, Louisville a little bit more experienced team. They went to the Final Four last year. A lot of these guys are on that team. They just played a 2-point game that they lost at home to Syracuse. Villanova is feeling happy right now. They are at home. 20,000 people in this building right now. So the emotion is high for Villanova. Whether that emotion leads to positiveness down the stretch when you need brains will be interesting to see. Plenty of time left, lots of action.
We talked a lot about Pinkston for Villanova. I marked it down. 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second half is when he came back in. And since then, Bob, they're on a 7-0 run.
Bingo. Thank you.
Blackshear misses, but right into the hands of Bohannon, and he is fouled. Bell with his third foul for Villanova.
Well, if you're Villanova, being aggressive has gotten you to this point. Continue to be aggressive, especially since Louisville is struggling at the free throw line. Watch his legs on this shot. See if he gets deep bend or not. His hands look good, but his legs did not bend. Very little bend makes it a stiff shot.
3 of 9 for Bohannon. And that free throw, Bob, stopped a streak of 5 misses in a row. The foul line for Louisville.
Yeah. Fouling can be a strategy for Villanova.
Here's Ochefu. Bumping Chang. A 3 now. Yakubu! Count it! Solid pass from Siva inside the Jang, and he will head to the free throw line.
Again, fouling by Villanova as a strategy. Yakubu is a specialist. 2/3 of this guy's shots are from behind the three-point line. His teammates know it. He feels it. The crowd loves it.
Wildcats by 3 in Philly. We are under 4 to go. Javon Pinkston has been a big reason why they've got the lead back, Bob Wenzel.
4 fouls. Javon goes to the bench. He comes back and they go up. Mid-distance shooter. Powerful. He's got 11 points in this game, 6 rebounds, and he's given about 15 black and blues to everybody on the floor, including his own guys. Here he tips this one in, keeps his game alive. Jay Wright has been getting Pinkston in and out offense, defense situations with substitution. There he is on the bench. Shefu is out.
Well, that's the thing. They've got to watch it. He does. He's got 4 fouls, but you said it. They're doing a great job in the substitutions. Villanova, you saw the foul trouble there. Louisville, they have 3 players with 3 fouls as they continue to struggle at the free throw line. 7 of 17 this half. And 12 of 24 for the game. 50% by the Cardinals. Rebounds pretty much even. Turnovers. The free throw shooting in the second half. The difference here so far.
Statistics are even, and the score is pretty even.
Right. The foul here as it's going to be Chenault to the free throw line. Siva called for his second for the Cardinals. Now Nova. The front half of a 1-and-1. Siva alley-oop. Bohannon had to put it on the deck and got it knocked away.
Bohannon is only 6'6" as a power forward. That's short for the Big East. Even though he's a good player, he's undersized for his position.
Bell. Huge! 13-1 run, and Siva stops that for the Cardinals. They needed that in a big way. And Villanova calls a timeout. I think Coach Rick Pitino's happy about that because he's only has one left. He can't use it here.
Loose ball. Bell. Nothing but bottom, boy. There was no doubt about that one. He's their best three-point shooter. Had a good game against Louisville last year. James Bell, 14 points and 13 rebounds last year against Louisville. Well, there you see a telling stat, the use of the three-point shot.
Place is jumping.
These kids could be studying.
Oh, you kidding me? They've got Louisville, they've got Syracuse coming in here back-to-back. I have to put that on hold for a little bit. First Louisville field goal in 5 minutes and 43 seconds. That basket by Siva. Who is posting up now wearing 53 as he had blood on his jersey and had a switch. Jang is guarding him for the Cardinals. A lot of contact right now. Shot clock. Here is Giroux, and he is fouled. That is now 4 on Gorgui Dieng, the junior from Senegal there for Louisville.
Well, seldom does Dieng make an error like this. Shot clock running down near the end. Mid-distance shot, doesn't need to hack at all here, goes straight up and challenge.
Yeah, Rue, a very good free throw shooter at 79%, coming in 1 of 2. And the Wildcats by 5 with 2 minutes to go. Ahead and got it knocked away.
Twice in a row, Siva to Buchanan, no production.
And Russ Smith not happy with a hand check foul. His 4th, but more importantly, an automatic 2 shots here coming up.
The drive to the basket by Siva, which normally should be a 2. But hands everywhere, collapsing defense by Villanova. Arcidiacono, 83% from the free throw line for the freshman. He looks confident up there.
Crowd giving the Wildcats confidence here with a 7-point lead.
Third time in a row, Siva to Buchanan has not come up at all. 3 turnovers in a row, mishandled by Buchanan.
Yeah, and he's got to come out. Good call by Coach Pitino. Harrell's in for him.
The drive, the pass, up by his waist, not too low. Sometimes it's hard to catch that pass. Big guys get to go all the way down.
Well, Russ Smith just drew a foul from Ryan Arcidiacono on Villanova.
Russ was guarding it tightly. Ryan pushed off. Biggs coming in right now.
Kingston coming back with Chenault. For Yaru and Yakubu. Smith. Siva back to Smith for three. They fight for the offensive rebound, and Siva, oh, what a play to Smith inside.
It's got to happen out of pressure and scramble for Louisville, or it's not going to happen. Their half-court stuff, very ineffectual. They got to make something happen in the backcourt or as it crosses the 10-second line.
Chenault almost lost it. Timeout Nova, and they will have one left. Each team shooting 2 free throws from here on out, and each with one timeout left. Possession arrow favoring the Wildcats.
That's big, because Louisville can tie you up quickly. 22 seconds left on the shot clock right here. So the question for Patino is, does he foul right away? Typically, they're going to go after it, try for the steal, try for the trap, and not worry if they foul.
Louisville, number 5 in the country. They've lost 3 of their last 4 road games following a home loss. This is what they just had on Saturday against Syracuse, and Villanova, who has defeated a top 5 team in 3 of the last 4 seasons. Can they make it 4 of 5 here tonight?
Well, let's find out. But I'll tell you what, when you're playing in the Big East Conference, you play a lot of those top 5 teams every single year.
Arcidiacono gets it into Pinkston.
No, they're not going to foul right here. They're going to wait for 22 seconds. Villanova should get 4 guys back and 1 to the offensive glass here on the shot. Don't give any run out.
Chenault caught in a double team and a foul on Blackshear.
But all they did was lose 15 seconds on that play.
Here's what Villanova has coming up after tonight.
Doesn't get any easier. Syracuse, of course, top notch. Notre Dame is on a downtick right now. Providence is on an uptick. DePaul, another full court pressure team.
1 of 2 for Chenault. Cardinals with a timeout. Siva pulls up and hits. Tough shot. The turnover could make it interesting. Blackshear's 3rd foul. They're stretching the game out here.
Well, that's the only thing that they can do right now. Rick's got to hope some free throws are missed. Jay's got to hope some free throws are made.
And for Louisville, here's what they have coming up. They'll be at Georgetown on Saturday, and then Pittsburgh Marquette.
Marquette is really a tough team. Vanderblue, Junior Cadogan, Javante Gardner, very, very physical inside guy.
Hilliard with 2. Siva. Jang doesn't go. And a foul on the Cardinals. Louisville has won 18 straight versus unranked opponents. 15-0 this year in jeopardy here tonight.
What we're seeing from Villanova and what their fans are seeing is a team that's making progress. They started off nicely against weak competition. They took a little bit of a nosedive. They're trying to find themselves. And now they have a signature win if things go well here in the last 39 seconds. And they have some DNA. And the DNA is hard, physical, man-to-man defense.
Smith doesn't go. Rebound Wildcats, and they can sense it here in Philly. Archie Diacono with 11 points tonight for Villanova to tie his teammate Hilliard and Pinkston. And Yaru, and now he's got 12. What a night for the Wildcats. Jang gets it. And with just 22.6 to go. It's going to take a lot. Bell is fouled. There he is. You mentioned him, Javon Pinkston, tonight's Papa John's player of the game. And he came back in with 7:12 to go. Since then, when they were trailing 52-46, they've been on a 23-9 run.
Yeah, and he was the major factor in that. Even though those numbers aren't overly impressive, his presence on the floor led to a lot of confidence by his teammates. They were down 6. As soon as he came back in, they went up 7.
Villanova now has 5 players in double figures tonight. What a team effort for the Wildcats. Foul on Archie Diacono. And Louisville, who had won 11 straight, so falling to Syracuse on Saturday by 2. They're going to lose 2 straight. And their first loss on the road this season, as Jang fouls out with 10.
Well, this is their 3rd loss. First loss was to Duke in the battle for Atlantis, and Jang did not play in that game. And then, of course, the Syracuse game, and this game, the true road game. The other was on a neutral floor. Pinkston comes back into the game for Yaru, who also played great in this game. Senior. Played great. Smiles all around. But when you hear coaches throw out those bromides like every game is a battle, and you never know, you got to focus on one game, this is why. Jay Wright a few days ago was very upset with his team after the loss to Providence. They come home and get it together against Louisville.
Blackshear. 4 seconds left. Not many saw this coming. Villanova wins it 73-64 over number 5 Louisville here at the Wells Fargo Center in Philly as they storm the court. Four times in the last 5 years defeating the top 5 team.
Javon Pinkston. The student body all over the floor here at the Wells Fargo. The tide has turned for the Wildcats.
Big one tonight for Villanova. 73-64, the final score to go to 3-3 in the Big East, 12-7 overall, and Louisville drops to 4-2 in conference play, 16-3 on the season. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of ESPN Regional Television, the worldwide leader in collegiate sports. For Bob Wenzel and our entire Big East